Hey guys, Mankind here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a spot to farm Stonehide Leather. And for this video, I am in Aszuna at the coordinates 3218 up here on this island. Now, if you come out here, you'll see that there's seals all over this island, and they're just kind of hanging out, sleeping. In a nutshell, we're just going to be clearing all the seals on the island. And then we're going to be using an add-on called Server Hop. You can use Cross Realm Assist if you prefer it, but I'm going to be showing Server Hop in this video. And we're going to switch realms, respawn all the seals, and we're going to rinse and repeat. And that's how we're going to farm this. Now, do note that you probably will have some competition here. I've noticed a bunch of people out here farming this. This is probably one of the best spots because there isn't really a lot of places you have to run to kill these mobs. So just be aware of that. You may have to hop servers a couple times, but I will show you how to use Server Hop up here by my mini map. You'll see if yours looks like this, just hit the change mode button, and pretty much the only setting I change is I hit this little cog wheel and go to hop mode, and I just move this timer. Defaultly, I think it's set to 15 minutes. I move it to 6. It takes about 5 to 6 minutes for these mobs to reset, and all this does is it won't let you go to the same realm for this many minutes. So I'll set it to 6. A couple tips for farming this. I do bring my bodyguard out here with me. He just helps do a little bit of damage. I do some pretty big pulls. It's preferred that you probably do this on a class that has a tanking spec. I'm doing this on my demon hunter. You can do it on any class, you just may not be able to do bigger pulls, but you'll have to test it out and see how many you can pull. I usually try and do the whole island in 3 to 4 pulls if I can, but that's, using all my cooldowns and stuff. Another tip is to make sure that you have the Enchant Gloves Legion skinning. This reduces your skinning time on the corpses from 1.5 seconds each to half a second each. So you save 1 second on every corpse that you skin, so that's pretty good. Also, if you're a class that you're having health problems after you pull your packs, if you get some of this spider chow off the auction house, it actually gives you a buff to increase your out of combat health regeneration by 1000%. So every time you pull a pack of mobs and you're skinning them, your health's going to regenerate pretty fast. You're not really going to have to worry about healing yourself up or eating food in between your pulls. So that's going to help out. For this, I only have Stonehide Leather rank number 2. I haven't got rank number 3 yet, so I probably won't get as much leather as maybe some other people. A good thing to have if you don't have it is the Legion Gutting. These guys, you have a chance when you skin them to get the little gut sacks, which when you open them up, they have a chance to have crafting material in them, and a lot of them have grays in them that you can vendor for a decent amount. So that's just a little bonus. If you don't have this Legion Gutting, you can just buy this from the vendor. He's in the Underbelly in Dalaran. It's pretty cheap to get, and you only have to get it one time. So that's worth having. Another thing to note when you are doing your server hop, as you notice where I'm standing on this nice little patch of grass here by this tree, I can see the mobs that are sitting over here, and I can see all these mobs here. Now this spot is actually in the middle of 2 different areas. If you'll notice up on the top of my mini map, I'm actually in Gray Shoals. If I move over on the other side of this tree, you'll notice that it's going to change. Now I'm in Time Worn Strand. So if I come this way, at some point those mobs are I'm not going to be able to see them. So if I'm standing over here and I server hop, I'm not going to be able to see that those mobs are up over there. Let me get up here on this rock. So if I stand right here, I can't see that those mobs are up. And it's the same thing if I'm on the other end of the island and I server hop. I'm not going to see these mobs if they're spawned up. So just keep in mind, I'm not going to skin this guy yet, that when you are hopping servers, the best place to stand I've found is right here. And you'll see me doing that when I'm doing the farm. That way I can see if the mobs are up on both sides before I start killing. That way I can be most efficient at it, because really what I try and do is kill the mobs on my realm first, as long as they're not dead already. And then I usually will do 2 switches, and then I will just hit the leave party button, and they should be spawned all back up on my own realm, and kill them on my own realm again, and then do 2 more hops. If they're not all spawned back up on my realm, I will do another hop. That's generally what I try and do. So I'm going to go ahead and do the farm, and I will set the timer for an hour, and I will see you guys when I'm done. Alright guys, I completed the farm for 1 hour. In total I got 32 of the stomachs, and which I opened up, and I did get a couple crafting materials. I got some gems, and I think I got some storm scale, and I got a couple herbs. But I got a lot of grays, and between that and all the other grays I looted out the mobs, I got 646 gold just in vendoring the trash. I did manage to get 1,597 leather, so I got barely under 1,600 leather for 1 hour, which I think is really good, especially since I only have rank 2 of skinning. And actually about halfway through the farm I did loot my immaculate Stonehide Leather for my quest, so that'll get me rank 3. So if you have rank 3, I imagine, and I'm not sure what rank 3 does, but I'm going to assume that I'm going to get at least one more leather per skin. So that's going to increase your yield a lot more. But with rank 2, I got about 1,600 leather in 1 hour. So that's really good. One thing I wanted to go over with you guys real quick that I didn't go over at the beginning of the farm is that sometimes when you're doing this, you may get stuck in combat. Sometimes it's because you see these mobs with the big Z's over their heads. Sometimes they may aggro you, but for some reason they get really lazy and they may go back to their spot and lay down. They may have full health, they may have a little bit of their health missing, but for some reason they just run away and lay down, and you have to go and kill them to leave combat. And I had 1 or 2 situations where I'd killed all the mobs and I was still in combat, but once I killed the next pack, I did leave combat. So you guys may see that. And one other thing I want to mention about the ones that are sleeping, you can't pull them with a ranged attack. Sometimes they will dash at you, but most of the time you actually have to pull those with a body pull by actually running through them. And that's when you see me in the video, like especially these ones over here, I'm actually attacking each one. The ones that don't have the Z's over their head, they will aggro you just from distance or from a ranged attack. Especially these ones over here, you see I was pulling these just by running over there in that area and then running actually to these ones out on the rocks that you see off in the distance there, just so I could aggro them and get the most kills. And one other thing, I did mention competition. I didn't have too much competition here. I did have one guy that showed up and he started stealing all my skins. Don't do that, guys. You know, if I see someone else, when I hop to a realm and I see guys killing them, I just hop to another realm. You know, we all want this. We all want the leather, but there's really no point to steal it from other people. They're easy enough to kill, and there's enough for everybody. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Other than that, that's the video. I hope this helped you guys out. If it did, please leave me a comment, or if you know of a better spot to skin Stonehide Leather, I'd like to hear about it so I can go and test that out. Feel free to leave a like or share, or subscribe to the channel if you're new. And thanks guys, I'll see you on the next video.